president busy?
I don't think so, Mr. West. Just not.
Good morning, Mr. West. Pleasant to see your smiling face so early in the day.
The last good morning I can remember was before your bankers posted these rewards. Now with every man, woman, and child shooting at us, bullets are flying so thick it's like seeing spots before my eyes. That isn't healthy. Where were you when this happened?
Well, I was there all right. I tried awfully hard to talk them out of it. But I'm only a woman, you know. My opinions don't carry too much weight with the rest of the bankers. I even tried shedding a few tears at the thought of having people killed.
I'm sorry I missed that.
Listen, Rick, our organization is getting just a little too efficient. Because the motion went through hands down. And as president of the association, I had no choice but to sign it. I tell you, the bankers are scared. They're scared plumb silly.
Well, they've got company. My boys are scared, too, only they're not silly. Anyway, not silly enough to ride around acting like a lot of clay pigeons. A couple of them have so many bullet holes in them now, they whistle when they ride fast.
Suppose you try having them ride slowly. Better still, suppose they give up riding altogether.
The boys won't like being put out of business so suddenly.
Rick, you've heard of a law called supply and demand?
Oh, I've broken them all, but that's a new one on me. Don't worry. I can get around it.
That won't be necessary. Listen, Rick, when somebody offers $5,000 for something, that's called a demand. That something happens to be a dead bank robber. And since dead bank robbers are apt to be hard to find, we're going to supply them.
But that's suicide. The boys won't like that.
No, not suicide. Your boys are just going to become civic-minded.
Right on time, Slim. Good driving.
Hiya, Super.
Hi.
I'm Wayne Henderson.
Oh, I didn't know you for a minute. Been off to college, ain't you?
3 long years. I thought my sis and kid brother would be here to meet me.
I ain't seen him. In fact, I ain't seen him for a month or so. Maybe they're not coming. Hey, you better hire one of my rigs and drive out home. I'll let you have it reasonable.
No, they'll be here in a minute.
Well, I'll let you have a spanking good team for half the price. Nifty-looking nags and easy to handle. Just the thing to make an impression.
No, I'll just walk around and look the town over. I'll be back in a few minutes.
Hey, that looks like a new face.
Yeah.
Okay, start getting civic-minded.
Me. Come on, turn me loose. How's about a drink, partner?
No, thank you.
Give me a hand with him, will you, mister?
Sure.
Let's get him around the corner in the alley before his boss sees him. He's a harmless old coot, but he's got a good family.
Thanks.
Glad to help.
Say, he must have been headed for the bank with this. Gee, I hate to bother you anymore, but I wonder if you'd put it in for him before somebody swipes it.
Well, sure. What's his name?
Brannigan. It's on the deposit slip. The bank's just up the street.
How do you know I'll go straight to the bank?
I'll keep an eye on you.
Hello there.
Where's Wayne? Didn't he come in on the stage?
He sure did, and he's been looking for you kids, too.
Where is he? Quiet, Whiskers. He's so excited.
He just took a little walk for himself.
Whiskers.
I told you to leave that hound at home.
Oh, you know he's the first thing Wayne's going to ask about. Won't he, Whiskers?
Which way did he go?
Now, let me see. He,
I'll bet Whiskers could find him.
Find him. I bet he sees him right now. Wait, Whiskers!
I'd like to bank this, please.
What's the name?
It's on the slip.
It's a hold-up!
The teller, I got it.
What happened?
It was a hold-up, Mr. Seeley. This man shot him.
Wayne!
What happened?
He tried to hold up and got shot.
He's no bandit. He's my brother. That's too bad, but we caught him red-handed.
There's been some terrible mistake.
You killed an innocent man. Not according to the note he gave me. I can't believe it.
Why didn't you give him a chance to explain?
There's no time to listen to a bandit during a holdup.
I'll say there isn't. Mister, that was fast shooting.
Sure made yourself $5,000 in a hurry.
5,000. So that's why you killed him.
Why, you murdering...
I understand how you feel, and I'm sorry. But you must realize this man did his duty as a citizen.
For blood money.
Now, wait a minute, son. He had nothing to do with fixing the reward. That was done by the Bankers Association.
Then they're the murderers.
Now, be careful what you say, son.
I'll be careful. I won't say a word. But the Bankers Association is going to wish they'd never offered their invitation to murder.
Jimmy, please.
I'll show them. They'll find out how a real bank bandit operates. I'll give them something to offer a reward for.
Jimmy.
Just you wait and see. I'll show them.
Boy, 2 more days of dust and home sweet home. Wait till you see the size of the ranch that my folks has got. Why, on a clear day...
Yeah, we know. It's so big, on a clear day you can see the Mississippi from one end of the corral and the Rockies from the other.
And the soil is so fertile that you grow 6 inches just standing on it. You fellas must have spies.
Oh, how about having a picture taken, boys?
No, thanks, miss.
We haven't time right now, miss.
Where's the best harness shop around here, miss?
Oh, about a block past the edge of town.
Much obliged.
See you later, Lullaby.
Oh, could I interest you in a photograph?
Sure, I'd like to have one of you if you can spare it.
No, I mean one to be taken of yourself.
Well, sure, I'd like to have one for my ma, but I haven't got my son to go to meeting clothes on.
Oh, don't let that stop you. I'll dress you.
Oh. You'll what?
Now, don't worry. Now, I do this all the time.
Oh, I don't want to. I'm scared. No.
Cowboy?
Always wanted to be a cowboy.
Okay, Joe. Click it.
I got it. Say, are you going to be busy all day?
I'm always busy.
That'll be $1. I'll come back again in a few minutes and I'll have it ready for you.
Now, we'll make you look beautiful. Hey, set up something extra special for Handsome here.
Drinks are on me. Someone, come on.
He's had it drop too much. Lend me a hand with him, will you, stranger?
He looks happy the way he is.
Help me get him around the corner before his wife spots him. She's real set against drinking.
Women sure are narrow-minded.
Yeah, come on.
Sheriff, you've got to help me find Jimmy before he gets into trouble.
Oh, what's he up to now? Some more crazy threats?
Oh, it's more than a threat. He rushed out a little while ago and said he was going to get even with the Bankers Association.
Huh?
Oh, we must stop him before he does something wild.
Oh, there. Now, don't worry. You know, boys of his age rave a lot, but they don't do much.
Oh, I hope you're right, Sheriff. Picture taken, mister? Oh, how about having your picture taken, handsome?
What? Oh, no, thank you. Take care of this, will you? Much obliged, Joe. Hold up! Strike that man! Well, come on, get after him! Cold-blooded murder.
What happened?
We got one of them, Sheriff. His pal shot Mr. Bartley and ran out the side door. What's going on here? You people all crazy?
Well, he's done for.
Oh, poor Mr. Bartley.
Now, I'll attend to this, ma'am. You just go in your office.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Who was in this with you besides Jimmy Henderson?
Who's Jimmy Henderson? What are you talking about? Listen, Mr. Sheriff, you got the wrong man all around. I'll tell you, I don't know any Jimmy Henderson. I don't know anybody in this town except my two buddies I rode in here with, Stony Brook and Tucson Smith.
I never heard of them. We got you dead to rights, and lying ain't going to help you.
Listen, folks, let me tell you why I come in here. A fella asked me to bank some money for a drunk named Brannigan.
Never heard of him. Well, you're just wasting our time. Go on, boys, take him away.
Why did you let your thugs pull another hold-up in this bank? There are plenty of other places they could be operating, but certainly not here so soon after the last job.
I tell you, I didn't know anything about it. They must have been feeling pretty high to do anything that stupid.
They didn't help matters any by killing old man Bartley. You know, Rick, we're finished. That supposed bank bandit tells his story to a judge and jury.
Sure, he wouldn't believe him.
Well, maybe not, but ours is one business that can't afford the faintest suspicion. People can have such mean minds.
Yes. Right now, they're feeling pretty mean over poor Mr. Bartley.
You know, Rick, after what's happened out there, I don't think the good people of Spring Valley will let that bank robber come to trial.
Of course not.
Rick, I don't know what I'd do without you.
You know, for a minute there, the people had me worried.
You can't do this. Give me a chance.
Shut up. You didn't give Bartley a chance. Don't do it, boys. He's got to have a fair trial.
Take care of him.
Now, wait. Take him to the barn.
Somebody's being mobbed. Let's take a look. It's lullaby. Hey, what happened?
Hold up the murder. We got the dirty killer.
Why, you're crazy. He's a friend of ours.
Oh, so you're part of the gang, eh? Hey, fellas, here's a couple more of them.
He tried to stop us. He's against hanging.
Yeah?
Stop him. Stop him, huh? Oh.
Think it's strong enough? There's one way to find out.
Honest, I ain't no bank robber. You gotta believe me.
Oh, we believe you.
You'll get yours, all right. Come on, can't you fix that rope? What's the matter with you? Come on, go on.
You do that for me, you'll find out you hung an innocent man.
Well, if we do, we'll come back and apologize.
Here! Here! Come on! Here!
Hey, how about doing it Virginia City style? Over the top.
It's a good idea. Drive it up. For you, nothing but the best.
That's right.
Bring it in. All right, get up there.
Get up here, stranger. Get up here.
Give me that rope. I don't have anybody in a long time.
Come on.
Hey! Hey! Come on!
Yeah! Yeah!
Get to the horses!
Get out of the line of fire!
Hey, Stoney! They're gaining on us!
We'll have to take to the horses.
Well, they've given us the slip. Scatter and see if you can pick up the trail.
Ah, them three are a long way off by now.
I guess you're right. Give it up, boys. Anyhow, he didn't get a chance to do any talking.
And it's a cinch he won't come back.
And the next thing I knew, I was accused of being tied up with somebody called Jimmy Henderson and his gang.
Then Henderson's the one we want to talk to get this thing straightened out.
Maybe we'd better forget the whole thing and start back towards the folks' ranch.
You can't go back to the folks with a murder charge hanging over your head.
We've got to find this Jimmy Henderson and make him talk to clear you.
That's one fellow that looks natural in a convict suit.
Oh, say, what did you find out from that Henderson gal?
Well, she hasn't seen him.
Oh, she'd say so anyway.
Oh, she meant it all right. If that brother of hers don't show up, she's apt to die of a broken heart. She's worried sick, I tell you.
Say, wait a minute. I got an idea. I know how to corral that kid.
I always knew I should have been a detective.
Well, where are we going now?
Where are we going? To the newspaper office. I want to see if they wouldn't like to print a story about Miss Ann Henderson. You take care of the office, Ed.
Hey, Stormy. Looks like the Hendersons have company.
Maybe he's got his whole gang with him.
Then we'll see who they all are.
the sheriff and his men.
He must be playing the same hunch we are.
And...
Jimmy! Jimmy, are you all right?
Well, sure I am, but what about you? The paper said you were sick, likely to die.
Me? Why, I haven't been sick at all.
Well, but the story in the paper.
I put that story in the paper. I figured it would bring you here.
I didn't hold up that bank. I never even got inside of it.
No, but your gang did, and that's you.
I don't even know those men you're trying to tie me in with.
You can tell that to the jury.
That kid's no bandit. Whether he is or not, he'll never come to trial. They'll take him away from that dumb sheriff the way they took Lullaby.
Wish we just talked to him first. Maybe he saw something at the bank that would help us run down that gang.
You just try to see that you get your wish. Take care of the horses, Lullaby.
Come on out with you.
But, Sheriff, Jimmy said he had nothing to do with the robbery, and no one saw him take part in the holdup.
Wow! Wow! Kitty, 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 kitty. Kitty, 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 kitty. Kitty, 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 kitty. Kitty, 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 kitty. Oh!
All right, kid, we're friends of yours.
They went out the door. Come up there after him. Come on, get after him, boys. It's his whole gang.
We'll be safe here. Nobody but Sis and me know about this old mine.
Looks like solid rock till you get right up to it.
Wait till you see the back entrance. You gotta crawl in it.
And the minute that teller took a look at the note, he let out a yell and the shooting started.
Hey, I'll bet that's the way they tricked Wayne, too.
Well, it's a slick game with no comebacks.
Except that Lullaby got away to tell what happened.
According to Lullaby's description of him, I'd say Spring Valley's the place to look.
That's a good idea, Jimmy. That's the place we're heading for first thing in the morning.
Hey, how'd I get that convict suit on?
On you, it looks great.
And you have this picture taken for your ma. She ought to love it.
You know, this picture ain't so bad to me if you take off the reading.
The sheriff didn't lose much time getting those out. He sure means business.
Hey, maybe we better give up the idea of going into town.
We've got to locate that old man, Jimmy.
Hey, this fella's a friend of mine.
Huh? Well, those Oriental crystal gaugers are all fakes. They can't even tell time.
Oh, he ain't no Oriental.
He sure looks like one.
He's just plain Al Gooch from Okmulgee, Oklahoma.
Aren't you from Okmulgee?
Yeah. Hey, now, I know what you fellas are up to, and I ain't gonna do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, I, Alagugo, have traveled for many a crescent moon to bring the mysterious future to you.
Traveling sure took it out of that horse. He's all shaggy and bumpy.
Yeah. Infidel. This celestial beast ain't no horse. This sacred dromedary is a cow mule, the only creature that can survive without water. I'd like to tell you about the time that Sheba and I were lost on the sands of the great Santa Monica Desert. For 10 years, man and boy, night and day.
Mr. Allegag, would you mind telling my fortune before the little lady gets here, Mr. Allegag?
Infidel. I am Alagogai, and I wish to be so addressed. Get behind the 8 ball. Alakazam, Balakazam, Kalakazam. Do you know a mystic word beginning with D?
How about Dalagazam?
Sure, that's it, Dalagazam. I see big things ahead for you. You are going on a sudden journey into space.
You sure told it right that time, mister.
Alagaga sees all, tells all. Alagaga has seen this face before.
Must have saw it on a reward poster.
The spirits are trying to contact me. There's a message for you. Come in, all bearded spirits, from wherever you are. I am calling all bearded spirits. Come in from wherever you are. Even for spirits, you sure got here fast.
I came on a cloud and I had the wind with me all the way. Come on, you can't camp here and block the street. Get moving.
I'm advertising the circus, Chief. Come around next week and bring your friends free.
Well, why didn't you say so? Spreading joy and cheer. That's different.
Hablo, hablas, hablama. I see the past coming up. You are in it. You fall. You are picked up. You have money in your hand.
Yeah, that part's all right. What about the present, the future? What about today?
It's an evil day. I see much trouble. Are you planning anything dangerous?
Yeah. How's it look for me?
I see guns, gunshots. A man falls.
Is it me?
It's a man on a horse. Do you ride?
Sure.
Do you ride side saddle?
Look here, Mr. Salami. Cut out that foolishness. Get down to business.
It's getting cloudy.
I've got to know more.
You'll have to help me.
Cigar coupons.
Certain hours will be bad for you.
What about an hour from now?
It is an hour of evil. But what road do you take?
We take the Mesa City Road.
It is getting dark. You must go. I can see no more.
What?
Go, go.
That's one of the funniest things I ever...
Hey, you! Hey.
That's not this, John. Some of us are going to get killed.
What?
The fortune teller seen it in the glass bowl.
Fortune teller. Those guys are all fakers. They get the suckers to do the talking. He made a chump out of you. Forget it.
Rick, let's not go back to this old hold-up routine. We were doing all right knocking off them bank bandits.
You forget killing bandits for a reward ain't like an election. You can't have repeaters. Now, you boys have all voted once and collected your $5,000. It's a swell racket, I'll admit. I was told we did a good job of it. Too good, maybe. Because one of the bankers is transferring $20,000 in cash. If we don't quit wasting time, we'll miss collecting it. Come on.
Fortune teller said...
Forget that nonsense. Come on, let's go.
Here they come.
When I tell a fortune, I don't miss.
Another couple of minutes and $20,000 will be coming around the bend.
I hope it comes without any trouble.
Looks like they're getting set for some visitors.
Yeah. Let's find out who.
Well, what are we waiting for?
You're not going with us, Jimmy.
Oh, Stoney.
Stoney's right, Jimmy. We don't know what we're getting into. We'll meet you at the cave.
Don't worry, son. You'll get a whack at that gang yet.
The sheriff's on it.
The way she's guarded, she's got more than the mail aboard.
Well, let's warn him they're expected.
He'll start shooting the minute he sees who we are. He won't believe we're on the square.
Maybe it's better if he doesn't. Turn around and head back for town.
That stage is late. Yeah, we'll have to put in a complaint with the company.
We've got the money.
That's young Henderson. Pull up! Unhitch a couple of horses. We're going after him. Take the money, Lullaby. We lead him on.
Good afternoon, gents. At your service. A couple of root beers. Si, senor.
Hope you don't mind.
Not at all. We saw you out on the road, but didn't get quite close enough to catch the name.
West. Rick West. This is Dallas. Oh, yeah. The boys with their hands on their guns are friends of ours.
What are they so happy about?
They lost a lot of money today.
Yeah?
$20,000 to be exact.
Hey, that's too bad.
Hey, you know, we ought to buy the losers a drink.
Thanks. We'll wait. Maybe we can buy one for you.
After we get the 20,000.
You think you'll get it?
Of course, we might collect 10,000 of it from the Bankers Association. 5 on each of you.
Maybe the boys could, but I doubt if they'll shoot fast enough for either of you to get any of it.
There's a chance you may be right. Whenever possible, I don't take chances.
A very smart man.
Aren't you getting a little too big for your britches?
Now, let's keep the conversation friendly. Now, personally, I don't like you. As competitors, I like you even less. Fortunately for you, I'm a businessman. A merger happens to be more profitable at the moment than murder.
Thanks for the offer, but we're not interested. We're doing all right as it is.
Now, look, be smart. We've got a big outfit. You could get in on a lot of deals that you could never handle alone.
With our brains, it might work out all right.
I'll tell you what. We'll do one job with you. If we like the way you work, we'll stick.
What about the 20,000?
We toss that into the pot after the first job.
By the way, where are you stopping?
Wherever we hang our hats.
We'll try hanging them at our place tomorrow. It's just outside Tula Mesa at the crossroads.
We'll do that.
How many men have you?
You'll meet them all as we go along.
What's the idea? The whole country's out to get those birds, and they'll get us along with them.
We'll beat them to it. After they put up the $20,000, we'll collect the reward money, too.
And that's one job I'll do for nothing.
Stand where you are and don't turn around. Throw down that gun. Well, we got you this time. And don't try any alibi, because we trailed you here from the holdup.
Jimmy, what's happened now?
Well, we got him dead to rights this time, miss. Tell her how you and your friends held up the stagecoach and got $20,000.
I had nothing to do with that holdup.
You were acting as lookout because we saw you.
I wasn't acting as anything. And they went down to warn you against an ambush.
Oh, poppycock.
Sheriff, Jimmy isn't lying. Those men fooled him.
I can't believe that. He's just trying to cover up.
No, I'm sure he isn't. I don't know what their game is, but they've tricked him. They're the ones to arrest, not Jimmy.
I'd like to, but how?
I'll tell you.
And keep quiet.
No, I won't. You can catch them here, Sheriff. This is their hideout.
Well, I reckon I'll have to believe you. Ride down and get the boys and plenty of guns.
They're coming.
Take your places, man. We don't want them getting away again.
Howdy, Sheriff. Waiting for somebody?
Drop the guns, boys. Come on down. You did a bad job hiding your horses, Sheriff.
We brought you a present. $20,000.
I don't get the idea.
Sheriff, we decided that it's time you found out about a crime ring living in your territory.
You mean you're going to reform and turn state's evidence?
The trouble with you, Sheriff, is you believe everything you hear. I suppose you think the banker's reward offer has worked. And present company accepted, the gang has been wiped out.
I believe in facts, and corpses are convincing.
But my brother died, and he was no bank bandit. He was framed by that gang.
What gang? I don't know what you're talking about. But if there is such a gang, I'll go after him.
You will?
Yes.
We carried out that big holdup to get a line on them, and it worked. You'll get them red-handed on the very next job they tried.
Well, with this money as evidence, I suppose I gotta believe you. When do you reckon they'll try the next job?
We'll keep you posted. Just keep your men ready. We'll get word to you through Jimmy.
The fact is, you got the inside information, but you let somebody else get the $20,000.
We'll get it back. I tricked them into joining up with us. And after we get it, we'll arrange to get as much again in reward money.
I hope it turns out that way.
Is Miss Healy in?
Yes, she is, Sheriff.
Much by. Oh, Miss Healy. Miss Healy, I got something for you.
You better get out of sight. Come in. Well, what's this?
That's the $20,000 that was robbed from the stagecoach.
But how wonderful.
Yeah, I figured that you, as head of the Bankers Association, ought to break the good news to the Tula Mesa Bank.
Sheriff, how did you ever get it back from those bandits?
Well, I'll tell you how it was. See, I had the help of 3 friends of mine. They played like they was bandits, and they worked their way right into the real gang.
That's remarkable, and I think somewhat dangerous. What are they going to do now?
Well, I don't know, except that they promised to round up every single one of the gang.
Do they say who's in that gang?
Well, now, here's where I get a little bad news for a fellow Rick West that does the banking here. Well, they say that he's mixed up in it.
Why, I can hardly believe that.
I'll have some real evidence soon. You see, the boys promised to send word to me the minute they start their next job. Oh, say, don't mention a word about getting this back.
Oh, of course not, Sheriff. And good luck rounding up that terrible gang.
Much obliged, ma'am.
Think fast, Mr. West. That better be good, because it isn't funny.
I knew they were up to something, but I figured we could take care of ourselves.
You knew nothing.
I guess we'd better let the boys finish him off right now, huh?
Oh, no, you don't. Not when the sheriff's just been telling me his secrets. That would tie me in too neatly with the gang.
If we let them operate, they'll hang all of us.
Wait a minute, I have an idea. We must make the sheriff believe that they are the bandits. And have been fooling him all the time for some big cleanup. If it works out, you may even get the 20,000 reward that's been blinding you.
Hello there. Some of the boys thought I'd made a bad deal and you'd run out on me.
Not at all. West, this is Lullaby.
Yeah, I've seen pictures of this gent. But the clothes ain't the same.
He isn't going in for stripes this season.
I see. Well, I promised you boys a chance at something big, didn't I?
We didn't ride over here just to look at the scenery.
Uh-huh. Oh, we leave for Tula Mesa in half an hour. Relax yourself.
Pass.
Nope. Guess this isn't my day, boys. I think I'll try a little fresh air.
All right, sure good. Deal me in.
I have a hunch one of them will leave in a few minutes. Trail him.
Right.
All right. I'll open. You open. Give me 3 cards.
Sam?
Give me 1.
How many?
4 to me.
You're about due to win one, Coffee.
I got one coming up right here. Much better chance. 4, you set it up. Okay.
We're all set. The sheriff said he'd cover both passes to Tula Mesa.
Good work.
Hey, but Stoney,
You're not in this.
Hello there. Young Henderson, huh? You didn't tell me he was one of your men.
Oh, didn't I? Well, part of the 20,000 is his. He was just checking up on it. Nobody's running out on you. Now hit the trail.
If he works for you, he's good enough for us. We'll take him along. How about it?
Sure, count me in.
Fine. All right, boys.
Hi, partner.
Hey! I thought we were going to Tula Mesa.
We changed our minds.
What changed it?
I got a tip there's more money in Spring Valley. I got it all set. and I'll take the note into the bank.
A lot of people have been killed carrying those notes.
Only when there was more money in the banker's reward than in the bank. Here we go. Get moving.
Hold it, Jimmy. Don't worry, folks. This isn't a holdup. We're just stopping one. This man's the ringleader of a bandit gang. The rest of his men are waiting outside for him.
Mr. West, I can't believe it.
He's the one, all right, and I can prove it. Jimmy, round up a posse. Tell them our horses are on the south side of the saloon. They can grab the rest of them there.
Wait, I have a better idea.
We have to hurry, ma'am. They're expecting us outside with the money any minute.
They'll know something's wrong as soon as they see him. Why don't I go? They'll never suspect me.
That's a good idea, ma'am. But be careful. Hurry and fill some money bags with waste paper, Jimmy.
Dallas. Those men that Rick took into the gang have tricked us. They've got Rick inside.
Why then?
Get the other two away and take care of them quietly. We don't want the ones inside to suspect anything. They'll be coming out as planned. When they do, be sure to greet them.
Right.
What's up?
I'll tell you later. Start moving and don't raise your hand.
What are we doing? Changing plans again?
You guessed it.
Take these two to the horses. I'll be right with you.
Get going.
I found several of the sheriff's posse. They're ready and waiting.
Good. Give West a couple of those bags, Jimmy. We have to make this look like the real thing.
All right, climb on.
You too.
Keep him covered, Jimmy.
I'll do that.
Keep your eye on him, ma'am. He's tricky. Get him behind that counter.
Tucson, look out! I'm out of shells.
Oh, we're running low. Save your ammunition, men. Make every shot count.
Behind that wagon.
Keep low. We'll bust in the door.
Alibi, bring that team through. We're going to open a bank.
got to get out of here.
I just shot Rick West.
Don't feel too badly about that, ma'am. We know what a rat he was.
I thought he was a decent, upright citizen. He certainly had me fooled.
Don't you believe it? We're partners. We split even. One gets, the other gets.
He's lying. I never had any dealings with him except on bank business.
By the way, what happened to that posse you said was outside to help us?
How do I know? They must be here.
You are the only one the sheriff told our plans to, but they got back to West here.
Sure. That's why we switched from Tula Mesa to this job. Afraid they've got us there, partner.
That's no way for partners to act.
You'll do your fighting in front of a judge.
Yes, sir. And the biggest part of the credit go to our friends here, the three mesquiteers. Stony Brook. And Tucson Smith. And Lullaby Joslin. Hey, where's Lullaby? He's in having his picture taken.
Now, this time, take it right. I ain't give my ma no picture of me in a convict suit.
I'll take it easy. It couldn't happen again, mister.